Well, John, it's fantastic having you here today in our brand new Hunters Hill office.
Pleasure. I know one of your briefs in terms of the design, Trace, was to make it feel like a home. So when people came in, they did feel like a home, and I think it's really been delivered. So,
what do you see for 2020? It's going to be an exciting year.
Well, it's been a roller coaster the last few years. Of course, we saw pretty strong growth in most parts of Sydney anyway. Depending on which area and who you speak to, I think things came back between 12 and up to 35–40% in some markets. We've seen a bounce back the other way the last half of 2019, and I think we'll start confidently in 2020. It feels to me the Australian economy is still quite robust. It doesn't feel too fragile at the moment when you look at the key indicators. We saw, of course, the first half of this year when, during the election period, record low listings. People just weren't selling, and that's improved a bit, but I'd still have to say, and I'm sure you'd agree, that across most price ranges, there is still a shortage of stock.
There is. I think we've experienced that here. We've had less sales in houses this year than the previous calendar year. But I do think the stock levels are loosening up. I'm already getting a lot of inquiry for people that want to invest. Apartments are becoming popular again in the area.
And I think that as life cycles move on, inevitably, whether it be 2020 or 2021, we'll see a return of the more normalised stock volumes. So I think there will be probably a slightly tight stock level, but better than this year saw next year. I did see something the other day from one of the data companies, and they were predicting a 15% increase in value in Sydney. But I think it's now you can buy with confidence, knowing that I think we've hit the bottom and we've bounced back and we'll probably go a little bit further.
A lot of my clients always ask me, where, if you were buying somewhere elsewhere in Sydney, other than this lovely area, would you want to invest your money? And what do you think are some of the hotspots coming up this year?
I think proximity to the water and to the city are always two drivers of future value. And I think, like other parts of Sydney, this area offers both. Easy access into the city. CBD is critical, so access in and out, public transportation is critical. And I think that the northern suburbs, the inner west, is also an area that I've been very bullish on for a long, long time now, and it's proven to be a great investment spot. For
people thinking of selling this coming year, 2020, what do you think are some of the elements that they really need to focus on to make sure that they have the best chance of achieving the best result?
For me, I've always seen a formula of you need to get the pricing right when you enter the market. You need to go into the market at a pricing level that feels justifiable and gets them excited. Because at the end of the day, the key to a successful sale is a competitive tension. There's no way in the world you negotiate a better price when you're negotiating with only one buyer if you had the option to negotiate with two or more. The next thing is presentation, and if you can get that home to really connect emotionally when the buyer takes the first step inside the gate and inside the front door, it's a huge path to momentum going forward. And the third one is marketing. Marketing's always been important, but I think nowadays making sure that your property is not just on the best portals, but also now social media is becoming, I think, a very vital tool. The ability to identify the target market almost down to the postcode, the demographic, the profession, and you keep very good statistics, I know, about your clients and where are they coming from and what are they doing and what's in their mindset. The ability to now put an advertisement and have it almost follow them around their social media interactions is really exciting. So I think for me it's marketing, but now social media and digital has to become front and foremost in every campaign. Yeah,
we've got some great new products that are propelling our homes into people's line of vision so much more quickly than before.
Video engages 400% more than just still imagery. Where you can sort of showcase a property, whether it's a waterfront or just a property with a nice piece of land surrounding it. The ability to add video, and perhaps video with drone photography or drone videography, I think is really critical, and I think it's important to make sure that every element is the way it should be. You get your pricing right up front, you then get the presentation of the property. It's a science and an art, and it's one that we love.
Well, John, it's great to have you over in our beautiful suburb again. Over the years, you've looked at many homes with me, and I'm sure some of my clients this year would love to get you over for your a little bit of advice post-selling.
I look forward to that. Thanks.
All right, thanks, James.